deaths by zackdfilms, from a woman getting pierced in the eye with a metal straw to a man getting killed by a cow that fell on him while he was asleep. And by the way, these deaths get more tragic throughout the video.
Her head got jammed between the car door and the payment machine as she tried to leave the parking garage, and her dead body was found hours later. At first, her death was a mystery, but when they played back the security footage, they saw that she'd leaned out of the car to pick up her dropped credit card. As she did this, her foot accidentally hit the gas, and the car sped forward, slamming into the machine.
Nah, bro. What are you doing? Oh my, yo. Dude, that's so unfortunate, bro. This is like, out of all things you want to die from, this is one of the things you just like, dude, you don't want to happen, bro. Like, that's so unfortunate, bro. Why didn't she just step out the car? I don't know, but like, bro, just close the door. Hey, you know, sometimes you're lazy. Hey, our laziness kills us sometimes. Literally, bro. For this situation.
In 2018, a woman was sucked out of a window on a Southwest flight headed to Dallas. It happened when an engine broke in the air, causing debris to break a window. This caused the cabin to depressurize and suck the nearby woman out of the plane.
Hey, this is why you wear your seatbelts, y'all. This is why you wear your seatbelts. Safety first.
The other passengers held on to her as she hung halfway out, and after a few minutes, they were able to get her back into the plane, but she had severe head trauma, which unfortunately caused her to die.
Wait, that's crazy. Wait, how do you die from that though? I mean, maybe you are going, never mind, what am I saying? You are going like, I don't know, like 1,000 miles per hour or like 2,000 kilometers per hour, something like that. But damn, bro. Dude, what the heck? That's tragic. Tragic as frick. Usually they look traumatized, but she was pretty chill and humble. Yeah, low-key, she was like a little bit too nonchalant, bro. Hold on, look at this. Like, damn, she's nonchalant, bro. Like, she's aura farming in her death. All right, the next video, we're not gonna get straight into it, but because before we do that, look at this title: The Cat That Killed 5 Family Members. Huh? Oh, hell nah, bro. This is definitely a black cat, for sure.
A cat jumped into a well full of animal waste in an Indian village, and its owner climbed in to save it. But he got trapped, and the waste had filled the well with poisonous fumes. When he cried for help, his son jumped in to save him, but he also got trapped.
Okay. I'm sorry. You know, this is low-key natural selection. But what does jumping in do? Do you think there's like a tunnel down there to exit? Yo. I think what you should have done, maybe like throw a rope or something. You know what I'm saying? Not just jump in, like, hey, you know what?
3 more members of the family tried to help, jumping in one after the other, but they all got stuck in the well. Finally, a 6th family member entered with a rope around his waist.
That guy's smart. This guy right here, he has a brain, bro. Like, what?
He was pulled out after the villagers heard the cries, and the other 5 men were suffocated by the well's toxic gases.
That's why they said curiosity killed the cat, but I guess yeah, it took 5 men with it, bro. Yeah, that's called natural selection, a unironically perfect example. Exactly, bro. What the hell were y'all thinking, bro? Damn. I bet those guys that we're watching about right now, right, in the afterlife, yo, they are like, yo, they really thought about what they just did and how they died, because ain't no way you just jumped in without a plan. Like, it started like a superhero origin story, continued like a comedy sketch, and then ended up being a tragedy, yeah.
A teenager ate a live slug on a dare with his friends in 2010. The next day, he was dizzy, nauseous, and felt a weird pain in his leg. Doctors discovered that he had contracted a rare parasite. There was no treatment, and usually the body would just get rid of it by itself. But the parasite's larva got into the teen's brain through his bloodstream, causing him to fall into a coma for over 400 days. When he finally woke up, he had severe brain damage and could only control his eyelids and breathing. He spent the next 8 years completely paralyzed until he passed away from respiratory failure in 2018.
No, bro, you know how tragic that is? Bro, that's one of the worst ways to die, man. Like, at that point, honestly, just like, I just say pull the plug, to be honest. Like, bro, you're just 8 years. You can't even do anything. All you can do is just blink and like breathe, bro. Hey, this is why if you're scared to do a certain dare, don't do it, all right? Your natural instincts are saying don't do it. That, Bro, that's so unfortunate. Sometimes it's okay to not have friends. More like, bro, sometimes it's okay to say no. Just say it's okay to say no. Spend 9 years in bed paralyzed is more terrifying for me than any horror movie. Exactly. You know how that's honestly, this is one of the most tragic deaths in like this aspect. Cause, dude, you know how much 9 years is, bro? That's the whole like elementary school, and you just sat there in bed. And what did you do? Probably just watch TV and just rotted your brain to death. In this case, literally. The more stories I hear like this, the more I realize how much of a blessing it is that I'm 23. Yeah.
A dog stepped on a loaded shotgun in the back seat of a truck and accidentally pulled the trigger.
Why do you have a loaded shotgun next to a dog, bro? Not dangerous, bro.
Yeah, I walked till 4 o'clock like a sipping messy dog. My boss was working so the bug, I'm just out.
Why do you have a loaded shotgun next to a dog, bro? Not dangerous, bro. You know, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Like,
The bullet went through the front seat, hit a man in the back, broke several of his ribs, and tore a hole in his lung. The man managed to call 911, was taken to the hospital, and eventually recovered.
Oh, wow.
Before you go, can God have a moment of your time?
What the? Bro. Hey, yo, thanks God, bro.
Coop dropped on the assassin as he waited beneath the toilet, ready to attack. He had climbed up the toilet chute, which emptied outside the castle walls, unnoticed by any. On the assassin as he waited beneath the toilet, ready to attack. He had climbed up the toilet chute, which emptied outside the castle walls, unnoticed by any guards. And he waited silently until the Duke sat down to relieve himself. At that moment, the assassin lunged his spear straight into the Duke's butt. It tore into his body, causing massive internal injuries, and he slowly bled for days before finally dying.
Oh, hell nah, bro. Oh, hell nah. What the hell? Bro, the fact that the guy stayed alive for days after his organs stabbed his wife, bro. Bro, he took it up the bum, bro. Oh, bro, look at this. Look at this. Hold up. Oh my gosh. And this was, look at his face, bro. He's like, bro, and like, dude, oh my. Nah, we can't let the assassin's abilities to recognize butts unknown such a remarkable skill. But you know how this is actually one of the worst situations because, bro, when you're pooping, that is one of the most vulnerable states a human is being in. Like, bro, you can't do anything. You're pooping. Your butt is dirty. Your pants are down. You have pants around your ankles, so your mobility is limited. And like, dude, let me poop in peace. Not get stabbed from the butt and. Hell no. Oh, hell no.
A woman tied her barking dog outside her house, according to the story. And when the neighbors called the police, they decided to shoot it. But their aim was terrible, and one bullet hit the leash, freeing the animal. As it ran through the yard, they kept firing into the dark.
When the stormtrooper aim, this is some AI aim, bro. How'd you, bro? It was so bad that zackdfilms said their aim was so terrible. Yo, you know how, yo, that's actually embarrassing.
The owner stepped out, and she was hit right in the heart.
So you couldn't hit a dog that was on a chain, bro. But you can hit this human.
Was killed instantly while the dog survived.
In the heart, bro. Yeah, you damn well better be mad or like an agonizing, bro. Like, dude, yo, I gotta see the comments. How do you miss an entire dog but get a straight shot on the heart? Exactly, a straight shot in the heart, bro. This is all you have right here, bro. Hold up. This is all you have, all right? All you have to get a shot at the heart. But a whole dog? Dispatch, there's a dog on a leash barking outside. Roger, deadly force authorized. The amount of stupidity determined by 2 actual police officers, absolutely stunning, yep.
She fell on her metal straw.
Great way to start the video.
The lid held it in place, and this caused it to impale her eye. It pierced through her socket and went right into her brain. And by the time she was found, she was completely unresponsive. The 10-inch straw stayed in her skull until she made it to the hospital. But even though doctors removed it, the brain injury killed her in the end.
Oh my gosh, man. What the? Yo! This is like some movie death right here. Oh hell no, I ain't getting metal straws, bro. Give me them plastic straws. I don't care, bro. frick the turtles, bro. Give me them plastic straws, bro. Or at the very most, give me a paper straw. Paper straws are trash, bro. Apparently they have more chemicals. Anyways, off topic. Yo, this definitely was tragic. This must have been the most traumatizing experience, bro. Oh my gosh, that is out of dude, out of all the places, like it could have been the nose or like the cheeks or maybe like the forehead or maybe like your, I don't know, your chest, but the eye, bro. This is like you have like this amount of space just to hit it, bro. This sounds like a horrible way to die, rip. Yeah, bro. This is.
As he rappelled down, part of his gear suddenly snapped.
Oh, hell no.
You see, he ordered a new harness, but it hadn't arrived in time for the trip. And once he was there, his partner noticed his gear was damaged. But the world-famous climber began the route anyway. As he made his way up the cliff, the harness scraped against the rock. This wore it down even more, and when he put his weight on the gear, the loop suddenly gave way. He plummeted 500 feet to the ground, tragically meeting his death. A 3,000-pound cow crashed through.
Bro, I didn't even get to start in the next video. What? Bro, this is so traumatizing, bro. What the frick was, bro? I can't. Alright, let's go back to the previous bit video, then we can go to the next one. Dude, oh my gosh, bro. Look at bro. Oh my gosh. Bro is done, man. Being a professional never makes you immune to death. Yeah, especially rock climbing, bro. Like, I seen some rock climbers literally, I'm pretty sure you can search it up. Hold on, let's search it up right now. Bro, look at this. Free climbing Yosemite El Capitan without rope or safety. You know how crazy that is? Look at this guy. This guy's a, yo, look at this. Bro, his toes are on the mountain, not even his feet. Oh my gosh, bro. No, bro, look at this, bro. Look at that. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Yo, look at that. That's a crazy angle. Look at bro, and look at. Yo. Bro, there's some psychopaths nowadays, man. Now let's get back to this one.
A 3,000-pound cow crashed through the roof as the couple slept. You see, it had wandered in from a nearby farm and gotten on top of their house. But the thin roof collapsed under its weight, and it landed directly on top of the man. The massive impact crushed his organs and broke his leg. The wife and the cow were unharmed, but the man's injuries caused internal bleeding, and he died the next day.
I don't know what to say. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say, bro. Like, bro, how do you know how, like, unlucky this is? I mean, yo, whoever built the house, yo, that's their fault, I ain't gonna lie with you, but yo, this is like some cartoon out of death. Oh, yo, hey, I hate to be, like, make fun of deaths, but, like, bro, that's... What the heck? Killed by falling cow sounds straight out of Minecraft. Exactly, bro. This is some straight cartoon death. Yeah, there you guys have it, the most tragic deaths by zackdfilms. Honestly, this episode was just crazy, bro. The amount of deaths was just cow, metal straw into the eye. Yeah. You guys want to see more content like this? Look at this video here.